Terrorists once bombed the Rue des Rosiers, the historic Jewish quarter in the heart of Paris. With a Jewish supermarket already under siege across town, this afternoon the authorities came here and told shop owners to pull down the shutters. This normally bustling street fell silent. One shop, though, remained defiant. Madame Martine was going nowhere.
Ils sont arrivés à 14 heures. Ils nous ont demandé, au départ, ils nous ont demandé gentiment de fermer.
They arrived at 2 o'clock. At first they asked us nicely to close. Most of the restaurants and the boutiques closed. But I didn't want to close, because I don't want to live under the menace of anybody, no matter who. Just because there are some madmen who shot at people, I'm not going to close my restaurant.
Des abrutis qui viennent tirer sur les gens. Je vais fermer mon restaurant.
Madame Martine is not a woman who's easily intimidated. But the reality is that many Jews here are frightened. And that mood of fear has made it difficult for us to persuade people to talk to us on camera. But from conversations we've had, it's clear that around the Sabbath tables tonight, they're asking whether France is still a place they can call home. Many see their community as a kind of canary in the mine, with a recent spike in anti-Semitic attacks foreshadowing the events this week. France has Europe's largest Jewish population, but last year 7,000 left permanently for Israel, double the year before. Many of those leaving cited anti-Semitism. This is the kind of thing they want to leave behind. A rally last year held the day before Holocaust Memorial Day. The chant, "Jews get out of France." And gestures like this, popularised by the footballer Nicolas Anelka and the outspoken comedian Dieudonné and his fans. In May last year, Mehdi Namouche, a Frenchman of Algerian origin, killed 4 people at the Jewish Museum in Brussels. He's believed to have spent over a year in Syria before the attack, and there are hundreds more young French fighting with jihadists abroad. Against this backdrop, perhaps it's no surprise that a reported 40% of Jews in France don't feel safe wearing clothing that identifies them as Jewish. What happened this week will have offered them little comfort. The Rue des Rosiers' Madame Martine came here from Morocco more than a decade ago. She's seen a new fear grip France's Jewish population.
C'est pas un sentiment que je partage, mais dans l'ensemble, la majorité des Juifs se sentent pas du tout en sécurité en France.
It's not a feeling that I share, but the majority of Jews don't feel safe in France, and most want to leave. They want to get out because they feel disliked, they feel in danger, and they prefer to go to Israel. Despite the terrorism and all the problems, they feel more secure there.
Ils se sentent plus en sécurité là-bas.
France's Jews have experienced far worse than this, even in the last century, with deportations to Nazi concentration camps from just around the corner. But these are uncertain times.